What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys episode 40 of my fantasy sports podcast. And this morning, I sent out a tweet saying that we got free NBA and NHL lineups tonight. Just go on Twitter and retweet that and tag a buddy in it to spread the name, spread the wealth, and we'll get on some free lineups tonight for all you guys. I'm going to put together a full lineup today in today's episode just to show you guys what I'm thinking. I'm doing a free lineup later anyway, so there's nothing to be secretive about. So before we get into that, just take a look at my lineup from last night. We ended up missing by like 10 points. The Kentavious Caldwell-Pope news of him being out like right before lock kind of screwed me up. I thought I could do a quick just swap with Jordan Clarkson because he was going to play more minutes. But it ended up not working out. We fell short a little bit, but let's look forward to tonight. Let's look forward to some free lineups for NHL and NBA, and I like both sports slates tonight. So let's have some Friday night fun for all you guys. Last night I saw the new Star Wars movie. I'm a big Star Wars guy. No spoilers alert for any of you guys out there, but I thought I'd just tell you guys it is definitely as good as advertised. I was worried about a letdown. I always am with a new Star Wars movie, you never know, but they did a fantastic job with it. I was on the edge of my seat the whole movie. One of those movies you see, it's 2.5 hours long, and you're like, oh, shit, like it might drag, like that's a long time for a movie. Like that's a long time, 2.5 hours. But it was so good. It went by so quick. I looked down at my phone and I was like, oh my god, it's been 2.5 hours. The movie's gonna be ending soon. Like I was not ready for it to end, but it was awesome. You guys should definitely go see it if you're somewhat Star Wars guys. I definitely recommend it. But enough of that nerd talk. Let's get into some NBA tonight. For point guards, I'm really liking Russell Westbrook. His price is as low as it's been all year. 10,900 is a very fair price. We're used to seeing it up in the mid 11,000s, so he has a great matchup on the road in Philadelphia. The Thunder are going to need him to be on the court for a while. This game should stay pretty close. Westbrook should play with an edge tonight to try to put that rookie Ben Simmons in his place. Simmons is probably going to be covering him for a good amount of the offensive reps for the Thunder, so I like Westbrook tonight. He's definitely a guy I want to spend up on. My second point guard, I'm going to spend down on him. It really depends on the Tyreke Evans news. I really like Andrew Harrison if Tyreke Evans is out. Harrison should draw the start again. With Evans out last game, he drew the start, played 30 minutes, and he played very well. 20 points, 7 assists, 35 fantasy points. He was a great play against the Wizards. He should be a great play tonight again if Tyreke is out. It makes sense to play him. He only needs like 22 fantasy points. So we'll throw him in this makeshift lineup for right now. News could change later on. I might end up playing this lineup I make for you guys if everything stays set in stone injury-wise and everything. But things change throughout the day, so you're gonna have to tune in later for when I post the actual free lineup. But let's keep going on to shooting guards. Shooting guards I'm looking to spend down on tonight. I'm looking at Rodney Hood at 4,700. Hood played a solid 25 minutes in his game back from the injury, and he has a great matchup against the Celtics tonight. I can see him getting over 20 fantasy points. He should even play more than 25 minutes tonight. The Jazz really rely on him. I think he's a fine play at 4,700. Look for him to have some good value tonight at his low price tag. Another shooting guard I'm looking at is very, very low. He's minimum price. CJ Williams. Austin Rivers is ruled out for tonight with a concussion. CJ Williams started the second half when Rivers was ruled out at halftime last game, and he ended up playing pretty well in that second half. Look for him to be a part of the ball distributing for the Clippers tonight. I think he's a fine play at minimum value, or at minimum salary, rather. He should get up towards 15 fantasy points to reach value. I could see him playing in the mid-20s in minutes. He's a solid play at shooting guard. Definitely look for him at that minimum salary mark. Small forwards, I'm looking to spend down as well. I like Joe Ingles at 4,700. This Jazz team has been playing pretty well lately. This game should stay pretty close. I like picking teams against the Celtics because the Celtics keep a nice pace in a game, and there's always high scoring. Uh, the Celtics bring out the best in their competitors. I feel like every team that has played them this year seems to really want to get them. They're an up and coming, young, great team. I can see the Jazz coming into Boston with a lot of energy. I really like Ingles. He's been pretty consistent as of late. He plays over 30 minutes. He gets in the mid 20s in fantasy points. He's a pretty solid, consistent cash game play. He needs the same thing as Hood. 22, 23 fantasy points. I think he can do that tonight. I think he's definitely going to get over 20. Ingles is a good play tonight, in my opinion. Another small forward I'm going to be looking at is David Nwaba. He is in the same boat as Rodney Hood, and Ingles needs like 22, 23 fantasy points tonight. I think he could do it. I like picking guys in cash games with a low salary and a lot of minutes. If you look at his minutes in the last 4 games, he's played 32, 30, 26, and 28 minutes. He comes off the bench, and he plays some solid basketball for this young Chicago Bulls team. I think he can do it tonight. He had an off game last game, but I think he bounces back and has a game more like the 3 games previous to that. So David Nwaba is a great play in my opinion. Power forwards, I'm looking to spend up at Anthony Davis. He has a great matchup against the Nuggets tonight. As long as he has no injury setbacks or any restriction on minutes tonight, he should be good to go. He should be good to play in the mid 30s all the way up to 40 minutes tonight. He always plays really well against the Nuggets. He has a great track record against them. I think he gets over 50 fantasy points without an issue tonight. He's a great guy to spend up on. Stars are pretty hard to spend up on tonight. They're very high priced. I don't like spending that much on Cousins when Davis is back up near 12K. Antetokounmpo is at the highest price he's been at basically all year. 12,500 is a lot to pay up for him. Harden's he's really pricey as well tonight. His usage goes down a bit with Chris Paul back in the lineup playing full minutes, and he screwed me last game, only getting 41, so I'm not looking his way tonight. He also has a really tough matchup against the Spurs. Joel Embiid is 11K. He hasn't proved to be a consistent 50-plus fantasy point player yet. I can't see myself spending 11K for him. I can see myself spending up for Davis and Westbrook and Vucevic. So let's just jump over that power forward spot and use that as a segue right into center. I like Nikola Vucevic at 9,800. He's been playing crazy basketball as of late. 63, 55, 65, and 49 fantasy points in his last 4 games. He's been playing outstanding with Aaron Gordon out. Keep an eye on Aaron Gordon tonight. He is a game time decision. It says he will start against Portland today. Okay. That's pretty fairly that's some recent news that I didn't know about. But I still want to play Vucevic. He's been playing really good as of late. The Magic are playing really good ball. I definitely am not shied away from Vucevic, but I don't know if I'm going to end up picking him later on in tonight's free lineup, but keep an eye on that. He's just going to round out this team. Power forward, I really like James Johnson as well at 6,200. He's been playing great minutes as of late. Over 30 minutes in the last 3 games. He sees a lot of usage with no Hassan Whiteside in that lineup. He needs about 30 fantasy points to reach value tonight. I think he does that. So that rounds up our lineup. $0 left over. Just for a minute or two with that Vucevic, with that Aaron Gordon news, let's try to audible here at center. I don't know if I like spending up anywhere else at center tonight for the respective price. You could maybe look at Drummond. He had an outstanding game last game. So he's going to be in Van Gundy's high hopes for tonight. He's not on the hot seat. Drummond could be a fair play tonight. He just always screws me over. I don't know if I can play him in cash games at that price. He's a good GPP play. Let's keep looking down here. Another center you could possibly look at. I didn't really think of another center, but you could look at Adebayo. He's been playing well without Whiteside. You could do a pairing of him and James Johnson. He played 30 minutes last game. He got 20 fantasy points. He had 33 fantasy points last game. He's pretty active for this Heat team off the bench. He's a fair play at 4,000, so that opens up a lot of salary for us. So if we want to upgrade somewhere, I guess we'd go to the small forward position. You could maybe look at spending up for Antetokounmpo. No, you couldn't. 2,600 left over. I don't know. This makes things tough, but we could maybe look at. Kawhi Leonard is a game time decision, and Kyle Anderson is still out. Oh, he's probable now. Wow, this recent news is killing me. I don't know who else you could spend up on. I do like Ingles. Maybe Paul George. He has a low salary, but I don't know. This kind of just screws up everything. I would take out C.J. Williams probably. Maybe look for Gary Harris. I like Gary Harris a bunch, especially if Will Barton is out. Keep an eye on that. He is a game time decision tonight. All right, he's questionable. God, this injury news over the last couple hours has really changed. So if Barton is out tonight, I do like Gary Harris a lot, and that should round up our team here. I would just downgrade Ingles to Nwaba because I did like him originally, and we could have Paul George in there as well. So that would be the team I would suggest for now. The team I made with Vucevic could definitely work as well. So look for those two teams to use just as some good templates for tonight for you guys. I hope this episode helped. Again, I am doing free lineups for NBA and NHL tonight. They could end up looking similar to this. They could end up looking different. So just keep an eye later on tonight. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, guys. I'd really appreciate it. And until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off.
She knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. If they say why